Welcome to the deep dive. We're taking a really interesting look at Nepal today, kind of following up on your curiosity.
Yeah, we've got some great material to work from.
We do. And the mission, as always, is to pull out the most fascinating bits about this Himalayan nation.
Sounds good. Where should we start?
Okay, let's dive right in. Geography. What
Oh,
makes Nepal so remarkable geographically?
right. Well, its location is key. It's landlocked, squeezed between China up north and India, pretty much everywhere else.
Right, in the Himalayas.
Exactly. And obviously the big one is Mount Everest, Sagarmatha, as they call it there, the highest point on Earth, 8,848.86 meters.
Still amazing to think about that number.
It really is. But what's also striking, maybe even more so, is the sheer contrast. You go from those massive icy peaks down south to these really flat, fertile plains called the Terai.
Wow, that's quite a drop.
It is. And that huge change in elevation, well, it creates this incredibly rich biodiversity. You see it protected in places like Chitwan National Park down in the plains and Sagarmatha National Park up by Everest.
So it's a land of incredible natural extremes then. How does that dramatic landscape influence the people and their culture?
That's a really good question. Because that natural variety, it's definitely helped shape Nepal's, well, vibrant culture.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it's home to, gosh, over 120 different ethnic groups.
Wow, 120.
I know, each with its own languages, its own customs. Nepali is the official language, sure, but think about the sheer variety you'd actually hear on the ground.
That's incredible.
And what's really interesting is how Hinduism and Buddhism are so deeply woven into life there. They often coexist, influence each other. It's quite a unique blend.
And there's a pretty major spiritual connection there too, isn't there? Globally significant.
Oh, absolutely. Huge. Nepal is the birthplace of Lord Buddha.
Right, Lumbini.
Exactly. Lumbini, down in those Terai Plains we mentioned, that's where Prince Siddhartha Gautama was born. It's just a profoundly important spiritual site for millions around the world.
From, yeah, those spiritual heights to a really unique history.
Yeah.
They were never colonized, right? Which is quite something for that part of the world.
It really is. That history of staying independent, even when the British were dominant in South Asia, it says a lot about, well, their resilience and maybe strategic geography, too.
That independent spirit must still be important.
Oh, definitely. It's a core part of their national identity. Now, politically, things have changed quite a bit, of course.
Yeah.
They shifted to become a democratic federal republic back in 2008. So power is shared now between the central government and various states. It was a big move away from the monarchy they had before.
So it's a multi-party democracy now.
That's right. Multi-party system.
It's a powerful story. Okay, what about the economic side of things today? What's the situation?
Well, the economy, it really hinges on a few key areas.